On today's show, from New Orleans, Louisiana, she is the rapper of WoW. Please welcome BK Rhythm.
It's BK Rhythm, and I only breathe success. So guess who is gonna come out victorious? It's me. I'm the one with the flow. So go ahead and be welcome to the Mike Rand Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Mike Rand Show. And today's special guest is from WoW, Women of Wrestling. Please welcome BK Rhythm. Hey, BK, how are you?
I'm doing great as always.
Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Of course.
We're going to have a great time today, everybody. But first, BK, I got to let everybody know what's happening this weekend on WoW, Women of Wrestling. You have a huge match. You're going to be going up against the Bully Buster, Keita Rush. Also this weekend on WoW, Women of Wrestling, those dancing queens, Chantilly Chella and Foxy Fierce, are going to battle the monsters of madness, Holodead and Voodoo. Plus, we're also going to catch up with the Beast and see how her recovery process is. You know, teaming up with Jungle Girl, trying to get her better so she can make a comeback here in the ring. Plus, you'll never guess who Candy Crush bumped into at her old boxing ring while preparing for her match this weekend against Exodus and Ice Cold. Plus, in the main event, the dark side of Chainsaw and Angelica Dante in her corner against the Princess Aussie from Australia. That's all this weekend on WoW, Women of Wrestling. Now back to BK. BK, I gotta ask, how did you get started in WoW, Women of Wrestling?
It all started through a tryout. I saw that, WoW was coming back in a big way, with Paramount and stuff like that. And I was like, I got to be a part of this. I got to try out. And so that's what I did. And I wowed the crowd. I wowed David McLean. And now I'm here.
Now, did you grow up watching wrestling? Were you a wrestling fan?
Honestly, not at like the beginning, kind of more like when I was a teenager is when I got into it. My family had no idea what wrestling was, so I kind of found it on my own. But ever since then, I've been a fan.
Was there any particular wrestler or anybody that you used to watch growing up that you kind of admired or wanted to model your career after?
Gosh, there's honestly so many. I guess like the one that always comes to mind, like me attitude wise, is like Randy Orton. He's got like that tenacity behind him, and I kind of like to have a little bit of an anger streak as well. So I would say that's probably my best choice right there.
Yeah, Randy Orton's awesome. He's sidelined right now. Hopefully he makes a comeback soon. I know he's injured. Maybe we can see BK Rhythm do an RKO in the ring at some point.
Maybe. I mean, I
Maybe.
know there's a couple of people who have that move in their skill set. So maybe I'll pull it out too. They'll be surprised.
Now, being a part of the CBS family this season, a couple new people have been brought on, and one of them is AJ Mendez. So I
Mhm.
wanted to know what your relationship is, AJ. How involved is she with you in, your matches and preparation, and what have you learned from her?
AJ is great. I think she brings a level of like veteran talent experience to the table, and everything that she's done for WoW has just been monumental. She's been amazing backstage with all of the talent and stuff like that, and really just been an icon and an inspiration to all of us in general. So just having her be a part of this is so amazing.
Now, did you go back? I don't know if you watched AJ before she came on the show. Did you ever watch her matches?
Oh, of course, yes.
Yes. Yeah, she was great in the ring. Yeah, she definitely did a lot of things for the women's revolution. And I also want to get your take in, how do you think wrestling has progressed over the years as far as women's wrestling, how it has grown and changed? What kind of things have you seen?
I think it's changed tremendously, like especially with a company like WoW, where our whole roster is full of talented women. It's just amazing to see the strides that have especially happened in the past few years and the continued growth. And I hope that growth continues even further, that we can inspire, the next generation to do so much more, so many more women's wrestlers coming up and stuff like that. And it's just awesome to see, honestly. That's one of my favorite aspects of WoW is the women empowerment side of it.
Yep. Now take us through like a typical training day for you. What is it you do to train for WoW?
Oh wow. I mean, it's a lot. So, it's mental but also physical. And for me, I have to go ahead and train my vocals as well. I have to be able to perform my raps inside of the ring. So it's a lot of I'll try to come up with stuff while I'm on the treadmill. I'll go to the gym. I'll go to wrestling training and stuff like that and work on different new moves that I can incorporate inside of the ring. So it's not just as physical as people think. It's also very mental training as well.
Now, with all those moves that you're learning, is there a move that is your favorite move to do in the ring to your opponents?
Oh, of course, it's got to be my finisher, the mic drop. That's got to be it. Nobody gets back up after
Yep. And now you've wrestled many opponents throughout your career here in WoW so far. So let's go over some of the people that you've wrestled. So
that. Oh
your
gosh,
debut
okay.
match was against Vivian Rivera. So tell me about that.
Well, it was amazing. Like we were on the very first episode of the relaunch, and to go ahead and have that honor and get to wrestle Vivian, that was amazing. I don't think I walked out with the win in that instance, but next time I'm gonna be prepared.
Yep. And now Vivian has kind of become sort of a bad girl now, teaming up with Sophia Lopez. You
I've
know,
seen
so so are you maybe in a better friendship with Vivian now than when you had to wrestle her, or no?
no,
Still
no.
no, right?
I know, unless she comes to the table and says some, nice things about me or something like that. I don't like anybody who's beating me. Mm-mm.
Okay, because another one, surprisingly, that was sort of like on the good girl babyface side and is now a heel is G.I. Jane, who you wrestled.
That's crazy to me. I did not see that turn of events happening.
What was it like wrestling G.I. Jane?
It was amazing. She has like this strength that's like unparalleled inside of the ring. She lifted me up just like it was crazy. I felt like I was just like in the air forever. It was what it felt like. But Jane is one of those talents where she gets it inside of the ring, and she has that tenacity that I kind of like. So I can see where she's coming from in regards to maybe being a little bit more tenacious inside of the ring instead of all smiles.
Yep. Now, somebody we hope doesn't switch to the heel side is Americana, because we need Americana as a baby face. So tell us what it was like wrestling Americana.
Well, I thought it was cool because I always just say her kid is my number one fan, not hers. I know that he loves his mama and stuff like that, but he's a fan of BK. He loves my music and stuff like that. So it was really cool to put the hurt on her in front of her own kid. But she is also very talented, very athletic, and it's awesome to have her part of WoW as well.
Speaking of children, there's many children in the WoW audience, as well as many different types of fans in there. What is it like hearing the crowd reaction after every single match and every time you're in the ring? Does it give you an extra rush to do better in the ring?
Oh, of course it does. Feeding off of their energy, and there's nothing like a WoW crowd. Trust me, if you ever get to experience it live, they go crazy over every single match. And as soon as you step out in the curtain, it's like you get this second boost of energy that really makes you feel like a superhero.
Now, another person that you wrestled was Princess Aussie. So can you tell us a little bit about wrestling her?
I realize that you said that she's in the main event this weekend, so I wish her all the best of luck. But I don't think she's gonna come out victorious in that aspect. She is super talented, but she put a hurting on me, and I don't like that.
Yep. And now another person that you wrestled who started off when she was very young in WoW and has been there for a while now and is a veteran, Steffi Slays.
Yes, the staple of WoW. She has been there, since the very beginning almost and stuff like that. She's grown up with WoW. And I think that's an amazing accomplishment. I complimented her inside of the ring on the mic. I said that was awesome, but I also said I was going to beat her, because at the end of the day, you can be here forever, but as soon as I step into the ring, it's a problem.
Yep. And then another person that you wrestled her twice. So you guys are kind of like even, one win, one loss with each other, is Chantilly Cella. So what was it like wrestling Chantilly Cella? And do you think, maybe David McLean has, a little bias there for Chantilly Cella every time she comes into the ring because he wants that
Oh,
cape?
of course, he loves that cape, and that's like her signature iconic thing. And Chantilly, yeah, we need a rubber match, right? It's 1-1 right now. So we really need to see who is, of course it's me, right? But I gotta prove it to everybody. But she's one of those competitors who really pushes me every time I'm inside of the ring. So I would love to have that match to see who's, the best at the end of the day, best 2 out of 3.
So now if we did do a 2 out of 3 match, let's kind of make it like a stipulation match, a special type of
Uh-huh.
match. What kind
Yeah.
of match would you choose to challenge her to?
I feel like since we both have this kind of musical influence, we got to do it at, like, I don't know, like a music club or something like that, with the DJ in the background. I don't know what you would call that, like a street fight of some sort in a different location, but something that involves that, because we both have that background. We both
Yeah.
love.
Now, also, you did wrestle the former tag team champions, Coach Campanelli and Randy Rara, and you did it 2 times. Once with Jesse Jones as your partner, and once with Robbie Rocket. Now, let's talk first about the time with Jesse Jones because that originally was supposed to be just you and Randy Rara battling in a singles match. So tell us what happened there.
Well, if people don't remember, first coach came out and interrupted, said, she wants to be in this match, and then Jessie came out and interrupted, said she wants to be in this match, and I don't know who agreed and said this was okay. It just happened. So Jessie became my partner for that one match, and I thought we were on pretty much the same page until the end up there. Redheads were on, working together, but it was fun, but I don't think Jessie was the right partner for me. You know, she had to test it out.
Yep. Well, somebody who is the right partner who you're doing great with is Robbie Rocket. You two seem to have great chemistry in the ring together. And then you did battle again, Coach and Randy. Knowing how athletic Randy is in the ring with her cheerleading background and how disciplined Coach is to make sure, the training gets involved and everything like that. What kind of strategy did you have taking on those two?
Yeah, I mean, they come from such a like collegiate background is what it makes me think of. I feel like they're always training, right? I bet coaches make you always training. So I tried to like approach it from a different mindset. Me and Robbie, we like to relax a little bit. We like to have fun inside of the ring. We like to do some shenanigans. It's all serious, but at the end of the day, we're a little bit more rambunctious and you know think a little more outside of the box than maybe them. So that's kind of our strategy going into that. Is let's do some things that are a little out of the box. Maybe outside of the rules a little bit, but I have a lot of fun teaming up with Robbie. I think she has that same tenacious energy, but I almost look at her like as like a younger sister kind of energy. She's a little out of control, but in a good way.
Yep, you guys make an awesome team together. And how did you find Robbie? Was that just did you bump into her one day and say, hey, yo, I like your work and we should tag together? Or how did that come about?
Yeah, I saw her debut, and I was like, I feel like we have the same kind of energy, the same kind of vibe here. And to find out, we both like music. She's a dancer. I just felt like we really had a rhythm that would work inside of the ring. And so once we tried it out a couple times, I feel like I found my partner there. So
Okay. And then somebody else, that another tag team that you went up against was the Mother Truckers, a mother-daughter tag team. So tell us about that.
I think it's amazing and really cool that we have a mother and daughter tag team inside of WoW. It's not something that you really ever see, and that's really cool. But at the same time, you need your mom to fight your battles with you. Come on now. Like uh they are wild inside of the ring. They are, if you've ever seen one of their matches, they get a little crazy, they're from always on the road and stuff like that. So they were a interesting matchup in that regard, of where I didn't quite know what their strategy was going to be going into the match. I don't even know if they had one, to be honest.
And then
Kind
you
of like,
also wrestled Candy Crush on her own, and then in a tag team match with Kita, who is your opponent this weekend, you teamed up with Glitch the Gamer in that one. Tell us what it was like first, Candy Crush in the ring.
she is a boxer, so you got to watch out for those right and left hands. She's got a deadly punch, so I had to try to keep her grounded was my strategy. If she can't get up, she can't throw those strikes. Um, but as soon as she threw that strike, it was it was game over for me.
Yep. And then you are going to wrestle Kita this weekend, and you did wrestle her again with Jen Flores as her tag team partner. What was it like with Jen Flores? What did you see in her as an opponent?
She's I think she's the youngest superhero at WoW right now, but I don't think people should be fooled by that. She brings so much to the table, and she has so much kind of like experience already that she's bringing and stuff like that, and she's got a really good skill set inside of the ring. So I don't think people should take her lightly, just the fact that she's the youngest person. But also, you're the youngest person, come on now. She's a little naive in that regard too. So I don't take her lightly. I know that she's good, but also at the same time, I know that I'm better.
Yep, and Kita, she's been with WoW for a long time as well, and she's a tough opponent. So, looking at this weekend, what preparation are you doing for this weekend's match to prepare to wrestle her?
She's got a big martial arts background. She trains every day. She trains her bully busters every day. And apparently, according, word on the street is that I'm a bully. That's what people are calling me. I don't quite think so. I think I just spit truths on the mic. But I think she's gonna try to, put me out of commission because of that. So I've been doing a little bit of martial arts training as well. I have a not as extensive a background as Kita does, but I got a little bit. So I've been working on that to make sure I can keep up with her in that regard, and also just bringing my regular skills to the table.
Yep, and one of those skills obviously is spitting on the mic, which we love to see before every match. Now, I want to know, who are your musical inspirations?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Honestly, it's hard to just name off a ton. So I always just say, like, right now, my biggest person that I like to listen to is Lupe Fiasco. I kind of like the more like underground sounding type stuff. I used to download music, download stuff off the internet and stuff, people's mixtapes and stuff, and kind of listen to that. So I kind of like things that aren't quite, in the zeitgeist at the moment. So that's a lot of my inspiration, honestly.
Now, do we see maybe a music career in your future, or an album or a single coming out anytime soon that the fans can expect?
I don't know. I mean, we gotta ask Dave McLean if that's something that we could do. I'm all about it. Of course, I'm gonna keep dropping bars every time that you see me inside of the WoW ring, but I wouldn't be against it. I think the audience there's an audience for it, and they're clamoring for it. They want it, and I think I'd be willing to do it.
Yep. And now, I don't know if you know this, but did you know you're not the only rapper in WoW?
No, I didn't know that. Who else
Yes,
got it?
there's a famous rapper who used to do some raps in the 80s on Glow Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, and his
No.
name is David McLean himself. David used to rap. Have you
Oh
ever
yeah.
seen that?
Yes, I actually have seen that. It threw
Yes.
me for a loop for a second, because I don't think he always, you know, holds himself as like, yes, I am a
Yes,
rapper. But
let's not
he
forget
does
that
have those
David.
skills.
Yeah, let's not forget David's a rapper. So I was wondering, do you think maybe we could have like a little rap off battle in the ring, you and David, maybe in the future?
I think we should, as long as he's up for the challenge, I'd
Yeah,
be all about
I think the challenge has been issued, David, right? Let's do a rap off.
go.
Maybe we'll get Sofia Lopez to write up the contract and let's do it. Make it official.
She is the best attorney.
Yep. So now tell us three things about you that maybe the fans wouldn't know. Three interesting facts about you, a little bit.
Oh, three interesting facts. Oh gosh, this is kind of hard actually. Three interesting things they wouldn't know. Well, I guess maybe people wouldn't know how long I've been writing rhymes and rapping and stuff like that. I've actually been doing it since I was like 14 years old. So it's kind of been like a lifelong passion for me. Used to record in my closet, with with my computer and stuff like that. It was my studio back in the day. Um, Another one of those things is I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belt. So that's why I said I got a little bit of that martial arts background. I did that when I was in high school and college. And for the third thing, I don't know exactly. That's a hard one.
We'll have to get back to you on that one then.
On that one.
Okay, and now it's time for the lightning round, where I'm going to ask you
No.
a couple things and you just tell me which one you prefer.
Oh, okay. That's
So,
easy.
an air guitar or air drums?
Oh, air drums all the time.
Ice cream, would you rather have it in a cone or in a cup?
In a cup, yeah.
Pre-made protein shake or make the protein shake yourself?
Make it myself.
Who's the better plumber, Mario or Luigi?
Oh, Luigi, come on now. Everybody doesn't give him enough.
Would you rather go on a boat ride or a hot air balloon ride?
Boat ride feels safer to me.
Which would you rather have in your house, a movie theater or a bowling alley?
I want to say a movie theater. I used to work at one a long time ago.
I did too. That was my first job in a movie theater.
Oh, dang.
Awesome. Ping pong or air hockey?
Oh, air hockey, of course.
Would you rather apologize first or wait for somebody else to tell you they're sorry?
I'm gonna wait. Trust me. I'm not apologizing first.
Peanut butter, would you rather have it smooth or crunchy?
Smooth.
Chips and dip or chips with salsa?
Oh, chips and salsa.
Would you rather travel back in time or travel into the future?
Into the future.
And your wrestling style, would you rather say you float like a butterfly or sting like a bee?
I sting like a bee, I think. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Can you tell everybody how they can follow you on social media?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at BK_wow, I think is what it is. And that's where you can find all the latest updates from me, and make sure you follow Wow Superheroes also on those same platforms.
Yep, and I'll put all those handles up at the end of this broadcast, and follow me as well on Twitter at MikeRand.com, like MikeRand.com, and then on Facebook and Instagram at official Mike Rand. So thank you again so much for joining us here today, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody.